Last one.
When we have seen Diaz at her best in recent times, there's been a physicality, there's been a greater urgency to her. We know she got the shots, don't we?
She's got all the shots, all the flair, but she needs to get the right blend between that and the aggressive play. She's an attacking player after all, Adriana Diaz.
And I remember sitting down by the table in Vegas and watching Bloody Diaz, who was coaching her there, getting up, getting animated, and almost flicking a switch in Adriana.
2-1.
Seen a lot of her training, physically works hard in the gym now, looking to get a physical edge.
Yeah, she's working very closely with Daniel Gonzalez, who's a very strong player for Puerto Rico on the men's side. He's been cooking for her as well, we've been told.
Well, as you know, exercise and nutrition go hand in hand. But Wang Manyu, let's talk about her. When she's at her best, what's she going to use to dismantle Adriana Diaz?
Tight serving, handcuffing serving, strong receiving, and power play on both wings. So efficient. Oh, the power, but the recovery from Diaz. Loop-to-loop rally. Look at the action on the ball. Oh!
That's stunning. Wow.
3-2.
She came to the table, Diaz. Did she regret it?
You could have fun just listening to that rally. But we had our eyes wide open. Look at the arc here from mid-distance. That backhand from Diaz was outrageous. She raced us in. And there's the recovery that I was talking about from Wang Manyu. It was predatory play from both. And already, a showcase highlight. 5 points in.
2-4.
And then backing up with the following points. Wang Manyu there. This is great stuff already.
I love Diaz's retrieval ability. I mean, that backhand came out of absolutely nowhere. The last thing Manyu would have been expecting was Diaz to attack that. Normally, Diaz would lob or perhaps throw in a chop. Shows you the heat that she's coming with, and despite losing that longer trade, she shouldn't be discouraged.
Lost that serve as well, trying to bring a bit of heat as well. But clearly she wants to get on the front foot, literally and figuratively here.
6-2.
But it is Wang Manyu. And if you give her a chance, the percentages tell us that she'll take it.
Well, normally in the rivalry between these two, Diaz gets quite close in the first couple of games, and then Wang Manyu pulls away.
So what happens if Wang Manyu dominates the first, as she's beginning to do right now with a 5-point cushion? Well, I think we know the answer.
Strawberry push from Diaz. I can't believe how good Wang Manyu is on the back foot as well. Against UN1 of Germany, produced one of the best rallies of the day in a first-round match.
Just stood her ground so well there. Wow.
9.
Diaz will do it, but if you get into that kind of a trade with Wang Manyu, you're asking for trouble.
Diaz trying to slow down the pace, but the proactive play of Wang Manyu coming in. Beautiful pivot.
9-3.
And that's what she can do if she gets herself around the back of the ball. But it might be a little bit too late in the context of this first game. It's a long way back for Diaz.
Nine, 4.
Yeah, in their last 7 meetings, Diaz has only taken the first game once. So she won't be surprised to be in this position. Adriana, still a long way to go in this match.
4,
But maybe
10.
not in this game, as it's now 6 game points for Wang Manyu. On the brink of making life a lot harder, historically, statistically, in every sense. For Diaz, who manages to just stay in this one.
There's a nice cheeky little flip there on the forehand from Adriana. Coming from under the ball and putting a bit of side spin on it. Shot block.
11-5.
She pulled it out. Why not? A position in which she was always likely to lose that game.
It's hard not to be discouraged when you put it like that, you know, and it's true. We are seeing an utterly insane level from Wang Manyu, and she's playing with a real point to prove. We saw her recent results. She wants to really water the title drought and remind everyone what she's about. I mean, we could quite easily be talking about a two-time world champion. What an incredible final it was in Doha. A really dramatic sixth game where she lobbed and it clipped the edge of the table against Sun Ying-sha. She is just that player.
She really is dialed in. You said laser focus, and there's an urgency and a penetration to what she's doing right now that Diaz doesn't have any answers to.
My favourite shot that she's playing is the forehand off the bounce on the pivot. She's just really suffocating Diaz.
Love 4.
Wouldn't be a bad time for a timeout here. That's if Diaz sees the point in calling it. Might not do right now.
One, 4.
Nice shovel serve from Diaz. Higher toss. It's a bit of a scyther, that one. Lots of backspin and side spin. Hard for Wang Manyu to receive powerfully with the backhand on that one.
She's getting the run around here, Adriana Diaz. We do know that in her recent losses to Chinese players, she has managed to pick up a game in either games 2 or 3. So there was some encouragement there. First, of course, against Wang Manyu in Japan and against Kwaiman. Although she went down 3-1, there was a little bit of inspiration in the third game.
6-1. One, 7.
She's somebody who's very familiar with these Chinese players, having spent a lot of time there, but she seems all at sea in this game right now.
So tricky. I mean, she spent a lot of time in China. She's good friends with Sun Ying-sha. She's played in the Chinese Super League. But no matter how much she studies them, it doesn't seem to get any easier to play them. And what does that say? What does that say? In almost every aspect of life, when you study something, it puts you in an advantage. But not against Team China women. They are impenetrable.
This has been
9-1.
on a day in which it started off with shaky results for the Chinese players, and then we saw Lun Sidong and Kwaiman come out and just calm things down a bit. This feels like a statement from Wang Manyu. She's really focused here.
Yeah, it's sending a very clear message. He even gets the net back. Oh, but what a wonderful shot from Diaz. Great outside the box thinking from the pride of Puerto Rico. Lovely little shot there.
Yeah, the temptation is, of course, to panic and hurry up at times like that. She did the opposite. But we've seen that so many times, floundering, really dragged her into a place she can't do anything meaningful. Diaz, as now it's a bunch of game points for Wang Manyu for a 2-game lead.
3-10.
Still a bunch.
I'll tell you what, the shot that Diaz played would have actually affected Wang Manyu a little bit.
11-3.
Even though she loses that game, there's still hope for Adriana Diaz. If Wang Yi beats Zheng Jian of Singapore.
As you were, really, Wang Manyu showing no let up here, picking up where she left off in the first and second games.
Lost 2.
And now this is beginning to happen with a bit of swagger.
Yeah, stunning backhand there from the middle of the table. Oh, look at the pressing backhand of Wang Manyu on the balls of her feet. She strikes like a viper. And they swing. And they all of a sudden don't really think about what they're doing. And they get into some kind of flow state. If only you could play like that from 0-0. We're going to have to see something incredible.
4-1.
And she's going to have to find the belief as well, because there were a couple of moments there when it looked as if maybe she didn't have it. Certainly on the first point back from the timeout.
I mean, sometimes you do see a moment, a miraculous moment, where a single shot can alter the vibe of a match.
Or a bit of fortune or a bit of controversy. She needs something to happen. Let's have a look at what's happening in terms of serve percentages and winning percentages. Well, it won't surprise you. Look at that, 77.7 for Wang Manyu to 27.7. It's a huge gulf.
She's just so comfortable with the pace of Adriana Diaz, Wang Manyu. She's happy to go toe-to-toe all day long as Marlin and the physio there clap.
Marlin's not going to have too many notes really on this one, you'd imagine. Wang Manyu's done most things pretty much perfectly. Now or never really for Diaz. She's got to attack on the receive. She's got to start picking up points and carry on doing it.
That's 6-2.
Or maybe take advantage of any gifts that come along.
It's now or never. It's a make it or break it situation.
But she can only win 2 of the Wang Manyu serves. And she still trails by 4 in a game she cannot afford to lose.
Oh, there it is.
4-7.
The punch has finally come out to play.
She's on the ropes. That's when you got to punch. She's covered up long enough now. She needs to come out punching, fighting. Something's got to happen.
She's off screen, Diaz.
Oh.
8-4.
That's a sad way for that to end in a number of ways, not just for Diaz, but for what was going to come next. She was off to the train station there, Fraser. She disappeared. But she's edging back into this.
The longer Diaz can draw this out, the more impatient Wang Manyu is going to become. This is a massive point here.
And it's won by Diaz. This is the best we've seen of her in this match since very early in game 1.
Stunning chop block, perfect timing. She turns the top spin of Wang Manyu into backspin and side spin, comes down from above around the side of the ball, and then really greases it with the forehand. A lifeline here for Diaz. Oh, great fight. She recovered the net cord. Wang Manyu raises her hand in apology. She can taste victory on the tip of her tongue here, the world number 2.
A shot really in frustration there, and it might be one of the last shots that Diaz plays here in the women's singles in this Europe Smash, because 4 match points now in the hands of Wang Manyu, who serves. She does it with just 1.
Game and match to 1. Wang won 3 games to love.